and well, whoever else is out there. You know, uh I am completely blindsided. I checked the stats this morning. Uh, I knew that last night before we closed out that Trump had won. We knew that. We knew that Trump had won. But we did not know, we did not realize that let's see. I'm trying to get the right thing. Here, hold on. There. We did not know or realize that the Senate and the House had also become Republican. So uh, we've got a full on red wave this morning. We've got the House, we've got the Senate, we have the presidency. For those of you that are Republican, I'm more of a Goldwater Republican, or I guess as you'd say these days, a libertarian Republican. But again, you know, the people chose the leader they wanted instead of the media telling you who to vote for. And I am very thankful to you all that listened and that went out there and voted. I am thankful to all of you that went out there and went out of your way to go vote last minute if you did. I voted early. I voted early, and I didn't press the full ticket button. I went through every single person and voted for every single person on that list manually to make sure my vote counted. And it looks like everybody else did the same, and I am so very thankful to all of you out there, not just my subscribers, but anyone who listened. Thank you for making the right choice. Thank you for going out there and voting and being an American and believing in America and believing in freedom. Because this election would have cost us our freedom. Because if you didn't hear what Kerry said, that's the stance of the Democratic Party. They want to take away and limit the First Amendment. They want to remove our Second Amendment. They want us to be subservient to the government, and that's not freedom. Hell, that ain't even democracy. That's autocracy. That is total control. But anyways, thank you all for going out there and voting. Those of you that have, and those of you that voted early, thank you for voting early. I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Honestly. So it's a good morning. Yeah. Netflutter's out there saying, yeah, it's a good morning. It is. He said red tsunami. I'm going to call it a red wave because that's a true red wave. That's not it may be a tsunami too, but it's still a red wave. Scott 79's out there. What's going on, Scott? I see you out there. I don't care. Well, if you're gonna be like that, you don't need to be here. Go watch The View. You can listen to your Democratic echo chamber over there. So, Gunmetal Guy, I see you out there, buddy. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. Haven't seen you. How you doing? Here we go. Anyways, so if anybody wants to come in here and comment on what they saw during the election last night, the states that surprised them, please do so. I'm gonna go and go through some of the stuff that I saw last night. They're still tallying some things, but I'm gonna go through some of it. Sandy Misfit, I see you out there, my friend. I hope you're reveling in it as much as I am, because it's a good day. I finally have hope again. Not a lot, but I've got some. Yeah, gunmetal guy, I'm doing a lot better today. I am doing a lot better today. I'm glad you're okay, my friend. I really am. It's been a while. I know. We've all been busy. Hell, I've been busy, you've been busy, you know. Let's be honest. The last 4 years have not been kind to any of us. Let's be honest. But, I'm drinking my coffee as we're having this because, I'm running like 4 hours of sleep because, I was up until like 4 or 5 doing the stream. But, yeah, you know, where's Jonna? I don't know, Zanti. I don't know. I don't know. But if anybody wants to come in here and shoot the breeze, just email me, or just, I guess, if you know my phone number, text me, or just say out there in the chat that you want to jump in and talk about the election, because that's what we're doing this morning. We're going over what we saw last night, and how things progressed last night, because it's wild. That's what I wanted to do this morning, because I'd planned on doing it anyways. Well, I got a little antsy last night, and I was on with my friend Never Enough Ammo and E Honda 420. You guys know who E Honda and Never Enough Ammo are. I was on with them because they invited me first, before anyone else. And you guys know that they're my homies. So I had to go. But I took a break and took a short nap last night. And then I got back up and jumped back on with them. And the way that before, it looked like things were gonna go for Harris and we were gonna lose it. Took a nap, woke back up, got back into the chat, and bam! Completely opposite. The red wave started happening. So, well, I'm not putting my magazines away. And I don't think you guys should either. I think you guys should continue doing your maintenance on your magazines and loading all the magazines you have, because while we're happy the elections went the way they did, remember what happened last time? The riots on the left. I foresee the left having an absolute meltdown, trying to tear down and burn cities again. So make sure your mags are well maintained and loaded, is all I'm going to tell you. So let's go through some of the other things. Gunmetal guy says he didn't watch the coverage on purpose. I now know why I had a good sleep. Just found out results half an hour ago. Blackout served me well. 4 years reprieve from communism and socialism. Yeah. Zanny says I'm actually putting out half my mags back in the closet. Don't do that. Keep them. Gunmetal guy says me too. Walter Davis says good morning all. Good morning, Walter Davis. It's good to see you. Scott 79 says I may have had a couple mixed drinks with 3 fingers of vodka in each. Yeah, last night I was thinking of that myself. So, let's see. Gunmetal guy says my pew pew cleaning yesterday was meditating and gave good luck overall. Yes. Danny Misfit said Jonna was a Democrat troll on Fred Don's channel the other day. Total F-tard. Yep. You're gonna have those. BV Luminous is out there. Gunmetal guy says, "Oh, best believe self-awareness will be in overdrive." Oh yeah. But Scott 79 says, "I almost feel bad for people that live in liberal areas." Almost. I don't. I don't, because I don't have to deal with their BS. I don't have to deal with their BS. And guess what? Those of you that don't live in a liberal area, neither do you. So it's a win-win. But those of you that do live in a liberal area, you know, take my sincere apologies that you have to live in that area. I apologize. So Walter Davis says, gotta check the Craigslist at listings for high workers and political activists. It seemed if them's hiring, expect riots. How is everyone this morning? BB Luminous says, yes, I was. You know, Daniel's out there. What's going on? Let's pin Daniel's comment, because you know what? We're gonna be a little crass this morning. So Daniel, you get a pinned comment. Daniel says, man, last night was effing amazing. Yes, it was, Daniel. Yes, it was. I did not expect things to go the way they did. I mean, you know, I'm gonna pull up the map so we can go over some of this. Okay, give me a second. Like, just give me a second while I pull up the map. There we go. Here we go. Track to. Yeah. All right. So they said Arizona, Nevada, Alaska, and Michigan leaned Trump, and that's what got it. As well as our boys in the Amish, our fellow gun guys in the Amish, went and pulled through in Pennsylvania for us. And I don't know if you know about the Amish. Those of you that do, the Amish, they're simple folk. Okay, they speak a different a dialect of German that isn't spoken in Europe anymore. They don't really believe in modern technology. But what they do believe in is they do believe in modern firearms. And those of them that live here in the United States believe in the core values that make this country what this country is. You know, the freedom, the Constitution. They believe in that as much, if not more, than anyone in this country. And they, for the last couple months, they were campaigning hard for Trump with signs and flags on the back of their buggies. You would see pictures of people saying, there's a Trump flag on the back of that Amish buggy. And I think it was them. It was really them that got that vote over the line for Trump in Pennsylvania. So all right, I'm going to pin another Daniel's comments. Daniel says, nice night. News is reporting Kamala has barricaded herself in her room. Yeah, well, you know, denial is not just the river in Egypt. Did you? Oh, I saw something last night. Let me see if I can pull up the image, because it was glorious. So let me see. Okay. I'm going to screen share this because I saw this and this was just lousy. All right. This was an image from the Washington Post last night. You know, this was at like probably 1 or 2 a.m. She and all of her people just completely walked out in DC from where they were going to have her victory speech. They walked out. This is the venue. This is the outside of the venue. You see the seats? You see everything? This is the empty venue from last night. And the post was, Where did they go wrong on the Washington Post? Where did they go wrong? Well, I can tell them a whole bunch of reasons where they went wrong, but I'm gonna, no, I'm gonna say, that this had to have been the best picture of the whole night, right there. Am I wrong? So, but again, I'm just amazed. I am completely amazed. Yeah, what's ridiculous is they can't even take the insult of her not even coming to speak to them. You the cackler, just proved that they don't have no value other than a vote. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Not going to argue. That's a very good point. A government guy says I'm laying groundwork to leave urban purple area and return to country land in prep of the nonsense that's surely incoming. This isn't over. Oh no, it's not. Xanthi says I live in a sanctuary city and all the illegal aliens are trumpeters. They totally understand what a republic is. You know, we already did it with the barcode stuff, the barricaded stuff, trumpeters, spell check on trumpeters. She's crying in the bathroom. Now she might be crying in a corner at this point. Daniel says, "You see, she gains She gains votes in 0 counties in the entire fucking country compared to Joe Biden." Yeah. No, the funny thing is, the funny thing is that if you heard our conversation last night with Matt Honda, if that rule had gone into effect in those 17 states, that the popular vote overturned the electoral for the popular candidate, that Trump would have gotten like 521 electoral votes to her none, because he won he got the popular vote. Now I don't know if that's still the case now, but it was hilarious. I think he did get the popular vote though. This time he got the popular vote. So but wow. All right, I'm pulling up the map right now. So hold on, give me a second. I want to share this with you guys. All right, because I'm bringing it from Bing. Okay. So look at this. Let's see. Chrome tab, election map. All right. Okay. So last night, Nevada hadn't called, Arizona hadn't called, Alaska hadn't called. Michigan and Wisconsin hadn't called, and Pennsylvania hadn't called. So it looked like that it could have gone to Harris if she had gotten Michigan or Wisconsin. And then the numbers, then Georgia started reporting. North Carolina went blue, and then it overturned to red. And then the dominoes just started falling into place last night. The Michigan went slightly red. Wisconsin went slightly red. Nevada and Arizona started reporting in. They went slightly red. Alaska went red. And at that point, the tipping point was Pennsylvania. The fact that Pennsylvania went red. I mean, Maine, the vote was split in Maine, but nobody cares about Maine, But overall, it was certainly it was a very interesting election night. I didn't get much sleep, But I tell you what, I am happy with the results. I'm very happy with the results. I went out there and voted. All of you out there that went out there and voted, thank you. Thank you for going out there and voting and helping make this possible, because this wasn't just a win for Trump. This was a win for everyone that voted. That everyone that was disenfranchised, fed up, angry at not being represented. This was as much as a victory for us, the American people, as it was for President Trump. So, thank you all for going out and voting. Thank you very much. And Daniel, to throw the joke out there for you, last night on Never FM and Honda stream, before I started streaming myself, I said, if I am the God that you guys believe I am willing the victory for Trump. I am willing it into being. And apparently it worked. I don't know if I can do that for another election, but, but I say this jokingly, obviously, but again, I'm happy with the results. No, you're absolutely right, Daniel. Let's hope they don't fuck it up. But that reminds me. Now that we're in this position, we need to hound the leaders of the Senate, the House. Okay? The Senate majority leader, the House majority leader. We need to hound the RNC chair and every Republican leader in every state to let them know what we want. Because if they don't know what we want, they'll just go on willy-nilly and do whatever the F they want to. And that's how we get in the situations where, we get complacent, we think things are great, and then, 2 years later, they get voted out of office because they didn't do anything. We need to hound them. Let them know this is what we need them to do. This is what we elected them to do, and tell them and remind them every day or every month, get this done. Huh. So that's my opinion, guys. And all I'm saying is contact them and let them know what you want them to do. Because if they don't know what you want them to do, they're gonna go out and do whatever the hell they want. They may still do it anyways, but if enough people get behind and say, "Hey, go do this," that may drive them in the right direction. A gunmetal guy says, a Lib Dem coworker worked late last night while I was off. Guaranteed he had a bad shift because he lives and breathes their Kool-Aid. Well, that's not the only reason he had a bad shift. He had a bad shift because they lost. Daniel says, we need to push for Rand Paul to be Senate Majority Leader. Oh, wouldn't that be wild? That would be wild. Yeah. Walter Davis says, I believe Laura Trump is the head of the RNC. Is she? Is she? I didn't realize it had changed. So, anyways, but let's look at this Pennsylvania. That's Pennsylvania. It's never usually that red. It is never that red. It's not been that red in a long time. That's what it looked like last night or this morning. That's amazing. Well, yeah, Zanti, they wanted RuPaul, but they're gonna get Rand Paul. There's going to be a disconnect there. Let's look at Michigan. Of course, this is the Detroit area. Blue. You got a couple of blue parts up here. You got some blue parts over here. But a majority of Michigan went red. I mean, look at Wisconsin. Everyone thought Wisconsin was going to go for Harris. Went red. I mean, look at all these counties. I'm amazed. I'm in disbelief, honestly. I mean, Texas. Well, that's a lot more than usual with Texas. I'll give you that. That is definitely, yeah. Wow. All right. Let's look at my state, South Carolina. Okay. Yeah. The county I'm in is went red. All the other, some of the surrounding counties went blue. I'll give you that, but more of them were red than they were blue, and it went for Trump. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I want to see. I want to see California. See, the left coast went blue, but the rest of the state was light red. The landmass is red. So, G-Webs, do you want to hop in here and give your take on what's next for guns? Because I don't know. I don't know what's next for guns. I can see what I do see happening is that President Trump reining in the three-letter agencies and smacking them in the face. I can see him doing that. I can see him reeling in the ATF and telling them to be good dogs, sit, stay, and don't do anything. I can see him doing that because of the guidance of his son Don Jr. Don Jr. is very, very pro gun, so I can see that happening. As far as anything else, I'm not sure. I'd love to hear what you think. So if you want a link, I could just send you a link right now. All right. Well, but that's what I see right now in the immediate. Future wise, who knows? Maybe we get some things removed. Maybe we get some things walked back on, and we get more freedom. I mean, that's always the hope, right? We get more freedom instead of less. So yeah. Ozzy's out there saying Market Moon. G-Webs is working. Daniel says Elon gonna give AFT the smackdown. Well, Trump may be with him on that one. G23 is out there. What's going on, G23? You want a link? I can give you a link. By the way, anybody who wants to jump in and give their take, please let me know so I can give you a link so we can talk about this and discuss this, because I'm enjoying the conversation, and honestly, this is good. This is real good. So just let you know. If you don't know my email, it's NIGHTSTRYKE@gmail.com. Nightstrike@gmail.com. So there it is. All right, let's see here. So, well, here's an interesting question. What do you think this election is going to do to the ammo prices? Do you think prices are going to stay the same, or do you think prices are going to go down? Ozzy Osbourne said seating a lot of judges to open seats can happen now that the Senate has been flipped. Yes, yes, it's true. A lot of liberal judges may be losing their jobs. It may happen. We may get more Republican judges in. Who knows? G23, this will be challenged in court because of the military not getting their ballots in time and the with the PA issue last night. Yeah, they'll try and challenge it in court, but eventually she's going to have to concede. And if she concedes, it doesn't matter about the votes. Once she concedes, he wins, period. Yeah. Walter Davis says right now, not much until Ukraine stops. Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge getting the Ukraine conflict to, normalize. I'm gonna say normalize. I'm not gonna say, fix it, but normalize it. But yeah. Ugh. G23 says, I don't believe that there will be a peaceful transfer of power either way. Yeah, I believe they're going to be rioting. There's going to, but I sincerely hope that that they figure out a way to get these rioters and hold them accountable for breaking the law and causing damage and mischief if there are any rioters. I hate to say this, but the left throws the book at conservative civilians all the damn time. It's time that when they screw up and break the law, that they get the book thrown at them. It's time. And I hope that time is now. So that's how I'm feeling on that. Feel free to give me your take. Please, if you're on the Rumble side, please tell me how you're feeling this morning. Tell me, what you think is going to happen. Or what you're surprised to see. Because we're having a conversation here. Those of you that have a microphone or a webcam and want to jump in on the conversation and give your 2 cents, let me know and I'll send you a link. So I'm not keeping anybody out. So all right. Let's see. G23 says work starts now. Later, y'all. Okay. Walter Davis says, or she doesn't concede, and as president of the United States, president of the Senate, pick electors for her. Yeah, right. 6 p.m. Gunmetal guy says. Yep, Daniel says. Daniel says she's probably got to sober up. Laugh out loud. Well, Daniel, are you sober right now? That's the bigger question. Gunmetal guy says, of course they will riot. They're not exactly at work anywhere. This is true. Oh my God, Mel the Nuts out there. Takes all the wind out of the liberal sails. Yes, it does. Daniel says Trump needs to use the Insurrection Act this time if the left gets rowdy. Oh yeah, smack them down hard. show them what happens when they try to incite a real insurrection. Mel the Nut is on the Rumble side as well, saying Trump, Trump, baby. Awesome. I am happy with this. I am gonna see where we went in the Senate with Texas. It looks like Cruz pulled through in Texas. He won. Florida. Looks like Florida got Rick Scott again. Missouri got Ricker. Let's see who Tennessee got. Tennessee got Blackburn. Yep, that's Blackburn. Hey, who do Utah get? Utah got John Curtis. Nevada got Sam Brown. These are the Senate candidates. Wyoming got John Barrasso. Montana. They got Tim Sheehy. North Dakota. They got Kevin Kramer. Let's see what Travis's state did. Deb Fisher they got. You know, Aussie, it looks like Dan was on the wrong side. He was on the wrong side. Let's see, Missouri. Hawley got elected. Indiana. Jim Banks. Yeah. Ohio got Bernie Moreno. West Virginia got Jim Justice. Pennsylvania got Dave McCormick. So that was interesting. I'm not going to go through all the states, just the red ones. Right. See. Daniel says, unfortunately, laugh out loud, I've been drinking less. I don't want another kidney stone. I don't blame you. Damien is out there. Says, God has answered our prayers. That's right, Damien. That's right. Mel the Nut says, life is good. Yes, it is. My friend Firefighter's out there saying, hello from the lunchroom. He's on a lunch now because he works third shift. Mel the Nut says, only bad election result was in Wisconsin. Looks like Baldwin won. Tammy Baldwin. Yeah. That's a pretty close margin, though. The real question is, how many votes did they misplace on the Republican side? Let's see. That's what the House map looks like. Yeah, that's a red wave right there. Governor map. Better, but no. President. All right. Daniel says Texas is no longer in lean Republican category. It is now solid red at Night Strike. Yes, it is. I mean, it's solid red right there. It's solid red. I mean, look at this. That's solid red right there. No doubt. So, let's see. What the website says how many seats flipped to red. I do not know. I do know that we did get the House and the Senate. I don't know what the numbers are right now, but I do know they're saying right now the Senate is 52 R and 42 Democrat. The House is 199 to 180, which means there are still some toss-ups for the House because you need I think it was 210, 218 to win. I think it's probably closer on the Republican side. Daniel said Trump was projected to win Texas by 8%. He got just shy of 15. Yep. Firefighter says first shift. He's on first shift. So okay. Let's see. Melanut says Haviday was a terrible candidate. Wisconsin is always willing to split the ticket. Yeah. They'll elect the awful senator, but they'll elect the right president. Because that's Wisconsin for president. But for Senate, that's Wisconsin. What House? I think House went red too with Wisconsin. So I guess they just they had to get one Democrat in there. So I'm not that I have a healthy level of concern for the Senate, but I am not afraid of the results of the Senate because I project that it's going to be close, but it looks like things were probably going to go the way of the Republican side. That's how I see it. So, but I understand your concern though. Meldanut says, mind you, I didn't. Walter Davis says, I'm sure the border caused Texas to go red. Same with Arizona and Oklahoma. Yeah. That's it. It could be true. That could be true. Gun website says nice. Ozzy says the Senate flipped 3 seats on both sides too. Yeah. Walter Davis says I'm concerned with the House races right now. Yep. Gun website says thanks, Ozzy Osbourne. Yep. All right. Let's see. They don't have to say that. Come on. All right. I'm just checking it to make sure I don't have anybody email me, ask me to jump in. All right. We're good there. All right. So that's how it's looking like this morning. We'll see later in the day how things go. So, I mean, I'll keep watching the map the rest of the day to see if votes finally come in and whatnot. But we may not have the full results for another day or two, just because of what happened last time. Do you think Kerry Lake is going to be able to pull it off in Arizona? I don't know. I don't know because I don't think the governor was and I don't think Arizona was doing the governor this time. Unless she was running for like Senate. No, it looks like they called it for Gallego. And it looks like Kerry Lake has 1,053,000 votes. Gallego has 1,113,000 votes. But I don't know if Arizona's completely called for yet. Yeah. She was running for Senate. Okay. All right, good. Let's see. The Senate was good. We had a slim majority, and we got a few seats back. But we need the House for the Triple Crown. Oh yes, yes we do, Walter Davis. Yes, we do. Ozzy goes. The House gained one seat to add to its majority. Daniel says, "You think Kerry Lake's going to be?" We don't know. We're still. It's still up in the air. I think. Mel the Nut says, "All red all day. America is sick of the wokeness and the open border." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Daniel says she was running for Senate. Damien says every news channel is still calling Trump a fascist. What? WTF? Yeah, yeah. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that until they realize nobody's listening anymore. Because I don't know if you've noticed the map, but nobody's listening to them anymore. Because they're tired of it. Gunnar says Kerry Lake is running for Senate this time, but she's a slimy person. She is hard to vote for, in my opinion. Well, that's everyone these days. The only, as I said last night on Never Enough Ammo's channel, that I, there was a joke from Gorka's show the other night that they for the last 20 months they had the FBI investigating Trump. They've had 500 subpoenas on him, 400 witnesses, and they still haven't been able to find any dirt on him. At this point, he's got to be the cleanest politician in politics, and it's hard to get a candidate like that. Scott 79 says can't be that slimy. He's not calling for every online I've seen on TV thing. Okay. Melanette says Trump is going to finish with 312. That's rather ambitious. I hope so. The only major stock down today is Meta. Laugh out loud. And G Web says true. Trump is coming for you, Zuck. Daniel says. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, with that, since nobody wants to jump in and, give me their perspective, I'm going to call it for this morning and go about my day. Maybe take a power nap. Because I'm only running on like 3 or 4 hours sleep. So, with that, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me and being part of the conversation. And I'll be back on Friday for the Friday Night Strike. It's just last week I didn't do so well last week. But this week we will have the Friday Night Strike, so don't worry about that. We'll probably be still talking about this on Friday. So with that, I will see you all later. Take it easy, y'all. Shall not be infringed. And yeah, Trump won. How about that? I turn this damn thing off.